Of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And we need to adopt the agenda, but under Jesse Osmer, County Administrator, I'd like to table number 1.
I'll make a motion to adopt the agenda. That change.
I'll support. I have a support. Public comment, 3 minutes. Anyone have any public comment? Nobody wants to talk. Kim Elke, Emergency Management.
She's supposed to be joining via Zoom.
Yep, I'm here. Sorry. Good morning. I'm sorry, I had a little trouble connecting. You ready for me?
Yes, I am, Kim.
Thank you so much. So I'm here today to request permission to advertise and fill a vacancy that's not yet a vacancy. Our senior most dispatcher has made known her plans to retire later this year. She cannot, and Jennifer can correct me if I'm mistaken on this, I believe it's like a 45 to 60 day window that she has to give MERS. But if I wait till that point in time, we're going to be way behind the 8 ball and we're going to be paying overtime to fill shifts. So my request would be is that we advertise and attempt to recruit a qualified candidate and get them training. Our training program is approximately 16 weeks. Sometimes if we have a really good candidate, we need to go an extra week or 2 longer, we will. But it runs at least 16 weeks. So if she leaves August, September-ish, we aren't going to have somebody trained by the time she leaves. And I'll be honest, it was on my radar and then the storm hit and it kind of fell off to the side. So here I am.
Okay. Okay, you have the request from Kim to hire.
And if I can add, Madam Chair, I do have funds in my budget that I can request to transfer to the dispatcher line item. Excuse me, the dispatcher wage line item. As soon as we have a candidate and I know what their benefit costs are, I'll assemble the various transfers and request a budget adjustment from within my budget to that wage line item.
Okay. Okay, we have a
I'll make a
motion.
motion to approve
A motion
Support.
as presented, okay. Discussion on that? Any discussion? Nope, no. Okay, motion approved. Wait, we better do roll call, please.
Commissioner Bray,
yes.
Commissioner Fournier,
Yes,
Commissioner Britton.
Yes.
okay, that's been approved.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, under County Administrator, Jesse Osmer.
All right, so we had previously discussed hiring an emergency manager and sharing that individual with Montmorency County. Montmorency has kind of withdrawn interest for the time being. They're unsure of what exactly their moves are going forward. According to their last meeting, it sounded like they were just kind of throwing things at the wall to see what stuck, but as of right now, they put a hold on moving forward with Alpena County. With that being said, this was midway through the process. We've already put out notice for applications. We've received numerous applicants, very qualified individuals. And for that reason, I feel that it would be in the best interest of the county to move forward with filling that position. This would require us for the time being absorbing approximately $45,000 in additional funds for the FY26 budget that we were going to be getting from Montmorency. still kind of working out how we'll get to that number. I think we can get to that number. It's early enough in the budget cycle. But it would be my recommendation, this committee, you go ahead and put it forth to the full board for further conversation and consideration.
Okay. We have a motion on it?
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Okay, we have a motion.
I'll support, but I do have a question
Okay, now
though.
we have discussion.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
How does it affect the function of the duties of this person by not having that county Montmorency involved in it?
It's actually to the benefit of Alpena County. So rather than sharing an individual who's going to be working between two counties, they just be focused on Alpena.
Or just Alpena? Okay.
It really was to the benefit of both counties to enter into this agreement simply because you send an individual for training, you're splitting the costs. That training applies to both counties. We talked about the possibility of having Kim retained as kind of a proxy should there be an issue, kind of like with the ice storm, which we probably won't see again in our lifetime. But if there were a dual county emergency, the emergency manager, although they'd be stationed mainly at the Alpena office, would go to Montmorency, and Kim would, as a entity, especially working 911, there's certain functions that she would have to do in the emergency management capacity anyway in the state of emergency where she'd step up. But she would kind of be like the assistant or the proxy for that individual for the Alpena portion.
Okay.
So we had a plan. Montmorency really was unsure what they wanted to do. And I just don't feel it's in our best interest to wait on them because we don't know what they could come back in 3 months and say, we're not interested at all. And we're missing out then on a lot of very qualified candidates that I think would be beneficial to the county.
And Kim is comfortable with?
Very much so, yeah.
All right.
I've discussed this with her.
Okay. I'm good. You have to take roll.
Do you have any questions? No.
I do not.
Okay, need a roll call, please?
Commissioner Fournier,
Yes.
Commissioner Britton,
Yes.
Commissioner Bray.
Yes.
The next item is the fairgrounds contract. This contract was due actually the end of April, so it'll be somewhat retroactive, not by much, but the only real change, there was a slight pay increase, and not by much. I think it's $25 for the first portion and $50 for the following portion per paycheck. So after taxes, about $60 more paycheck, but it brings her closer to what her peers in the fairgrounds make, and then also brings the contract in line with what we have with the fairgrounds as well. So it'll be the end of the year rather than having kind of a standalone contract that does similar work off in another schedule, I guess.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Have a motion?
I'll make a motion to proceed, complete it.
Okay.
It looks like it gets signed by John then,
And we need
the
support.
chair.
Support.
Okay, then we need a roll call, please.
Commissioner Britton,
Yes.
Commissioner Bray.
Yes.
Commissioner Fournier.
Yes.
Okay.
And Madam Chair, under other discussion, just a quick note, we did hire a new grounds and maintenance crew member. And he'll be starting probably within the next 10 days.
Yes.
Just pending his drug test coming back and some lean training I think he has to go through. So just wanted to make you aware of that.
Okay. Do we have any other discussion? Okay. Okay, now we have an employee separation.
We had the separation from the two Long Lake Park co-managers and the retirement of the airport manager and the maintenance superintendent.
Oh, that was that one. Okay. So I'm sorry, repeat that. 2 park ground managers.
Yep, the Long Lake Park co-managers,
Okay.
and then the retirement for the airport manager and the maintenance superintendent.
Okay. Okay, which I don't think we have to do anything of that. We're all aware of it. Okay. Next, we're going into, wait. We did receive this letter of retiring from Sheriff Smith. Did you want to talk about?
I just brought that for your information. That came out off the printer 10 minutes before leaving.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Now we're going into closed session.
May I say something?
Sure.
And if you can't answer this question for me, that's okay, but I'm just wondering why number one was tabled. And so be it, but I do have a question, like as a department head and someone who signs letters of understanding when they are approved. Should we be privy to conversations regarding this letter of understanding?
That I do not know.
I mean, I believe we are just from my past tenure in the union, but I'm not positive.
Now I can't answer that. I do not
Or
know.
will we get a chance to express our opinion
Well,
about it
this is a subcommittee, so it would go to full board, and at that time would be probably when you'd be,
at that time?
right, I would assume, yeah. Cause I mean, whether it goes on to the full board, it's only at that time that would be seriously considered, I guess. I can double check on that though.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, just to be sure that we're all involved if we're
Sure.
supposed to be. And then would it come back on the next personnel committee meeting,
Yes.
starting all over now? Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, closed session.
You have to make a motion.
I'll make a motion to go into closed session. Support?
Sure.
I'll support.
I got to support. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion passed. Sorry about that.
Jesse,
Oh, hold on a second.
Hold on, you have to wait. Don't. I was thinking another cake. Good cake.
so, oh, it says network problems, Jennifer.
I think it's on that one.
It's on that one, okay. Ran into Bonnie a few weeks ago. What was
Okay, he said he can see us.
He can say us all
from the
right.
sheriff department?
What?
Bonnie, what was her last name?
Thailand? Oh, Lisa's?
She retired years and years ago.
Okay, he can hear us.
Okay. All right. Closed session, the prosecuting attorney.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm sure we've all met, but I'm Cynthia Mishinsky, County Prosecutor. And I'm here